Hey, welcome to Scott Tyndall's Home Shop. My name is Scott, and in the room with her niece and best friend is Tara. She's not here today. Well, she's here, but she's not out here in the shop. And we are rebuilding our little Zama carburetor, Z-A-M-A, little Zama carburetor, EL24AXA. And here is the kit. The kit is RB69 from Zama. Oh, there we go. And it's got all the little parts and gadgets and gizmos in it. And I've got a new primer bulb. We're going to put that up. We don't need it yet. The one that's on there is fine. While I was at the store, I decided to get another one. So we're going to lay that over there. I need to see how this comes off so that I can put it back on. Alright, the metal diaphragm. Uh-oh, wind, gust of wind comes through the shop door. Alright, so it's gasket. It's gasket, then metal diaphragm poking down. And I'll probably watch this. I can't see a hole through it, but it's hanging for some reason. Alright, so gasket, and then the metal part, the metal ring of the diaphragm goes towards the carburetor. Alright. Now we're going to take out the screw that holds the needle and seat in. And lay that over there. Alright, and we're going to ease off the carburetor to manifold gasket. Dirty side goes towards the carburetor. Alright, now this side now the valve side. Get in there. This video brought to you by Mac Tools. No, Mac Tools did not give me squat. Alright, so those two go with that. Now we're going to take this off. And we're going to see how that goes. And there's nothing on there, but yeah, it is. Gasket ring, and then the gasket goes against this gasket goes against here, and then the gasket ring goes on the cover. There we go. So that goes just like that. So I'll pull that off. And lay that on there just like if the cap come off of it. That all comes off. Alright, now we just got to, let me blow off my tools here. See if I can get this little bit of gasket material off. Alright, we'll be right back. We're going to step over here to the wire brush, and we'll do that off camera. Alright, now we're just going to wash it out a little bit. We went over and wire brushed the cover. Got all the gasket material off the cover. You have to do it real light because you don't want to dig a groove in it. It's aluminum. I did the body of the carburetor, but I watched the milling marks and made sure that I didn't dig down in the milling marks. So I just took out the Welch plug here. Now I'm going to spray cleaner all up in there, but I got to do it down below the table because I don't want it getting all over the camera. Now we're going to open up the package. And put our old parts over here, and then right here where it's nice and clean, we're going to put all of our new stuff. Just like that. Check the bag. Yeah, that's all of it. Alright, static electricity, man. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this side buttoned up first. And remember, the valve plate goes down against the carburetor, and it will go on like this. Just like that right there. Come on, get over where you're supposed to be. There you go. So that's the way it came off. And there's another way of knowing that for sure, even if you forget. This doesn't have any marks in it. This gasket has a line in it. All the way around has a line in it where the lid pierces the gasket and then makes that gasket push tighter on that line all the way around. So there you go. A little bit of useless information. Alright, so now we want to be careful with that. And now we're looking for this right here. That goes on like so. Oop, got to invert it. It goes on just like that. And that's all clean. And there's 2 alignment pegs right there that hold everything where it's supposed to be. Let's wash this off. It's got a little bit of gunk on it. We want to make sure we don't have any foreign bodies or where they stamped out the gasket or anything like that. Got to open the throttle up a little bit, and this will lay right there on top. Got to hold the throttle open until you get the screw back in there. Not much of this carburetor. All the passages were clean. I just think the gasket, I've had this weed eater for 10 years, 10 or 11 years, so I think it was just time. Alright, then we're just going to give it a snugging with the hand there. Now, this side over here is where I got to put that Welch plug in. And it shouldn't take much for it to go down in there. Neat little thing, those little boogers. You get it down in there, and now what you do is you flatten it out a little bit. Let's make sure we're down on the table. Flatten it out just a smidgen. Flatten her out so that because it's dome shaped, and when you flatten it out, it makes it spread out and locks in the hole. And there's another one in there. It's not the exact kit that I need because it doesn't have the round Welch plug, but it's close enough. Right, now I'm going to set up the needle and seat. And I'm just going to check it and see if they're the same height. I won't be able to show you this on camera. It's too fiddly. Yes, but it doesn't matter. I can put the new one or the old one in there. But we'll put the new one in there. Ah. Just sit right there. I may have to take these gloves off. Come on. Get over there. There we go. There. Goodness gracious. All that fuss with a silly little pen. There we go. If it don't feel right, don't force it. Back off. That thing's right at the end of the lever. Alright, now she works just fine. Here, let me get something little. I think there's just plain. Yep. No binding, it works just fine. Alright. Now, that come off just like that. So on this one, the gasket goes on first. And then, well, maybe not that gasket. Different rear model. That gasket. And then this, a big metal ring inside first. There we go. And this little tab right here goes in the other unthreaded hole. Some of these carburetors have 4 screws in the corner in the diaphragm plate. Some of them just have 2. Either way it goes, it doesn't take but one to really hold it down, but still. I was wrong. That tab goes in an identified hole, not the unthreaded hole. I didn't change the screen because the screen in the carburetor wasn't stopped up. Come on in, Tara.
I was going to ask you, are you ready to eat now or later?
Am I ready to eat now or later? Well, I'm ready to eat now.
Right.
I'll be in there in just a second.
Alright, I'll make
Say hey.
hello and bye-lo.
Bye-lo, hello, bye-lo. Alrighty. Alright. So we're going to stick this on real quick. Maybe we can get it on before the wife comes out here fussing at us. Let's try and see. Alright, we're back. We went inside and ate. We're smart. Alright, so now we need to put this line back on. Come on, little carburetor. There we go. And then this one Goes underneath, around, and then we got to roll this O-ring up over it. Ah, went off the line. There we go. I don't know why I got so much fuel line. That exact amount. Oh, it just pulled out of the tank a little bit. Yep, that goes right down there like that. Yep. Alright, so let's put the fuel line in. And this carburetor, you can't mount it on here without the air breather, because the air breather has a little track there for the throttle cable to go in. This all has to go, and we're forgetting the carburetor gasket. Dirty side to the carburetor. Now that's going to make it even harder. Well, that's not staying stuck on there like it was before. But you just take the carburetor bolt, stick her through. Come on. You can do it, Lucy. There you go. There's that one. And then there's this one. Well, that just did not work at all. Wouldn't move, then all of a sudden it took off. Alright, so now, there's all that piddly part mess all in your face. Take your little T-wrench and it might not look like it fits because it's pushed out way out where it doesn't go. But once you get it pulled up tight, it fits just fine. And get it all pulled up here. May have to change the spark plug. Gas filed, but it might fire up. This carburetor does not like to move unless you take both sides down at the same time. And we're going, that's tight, we're going to go about a 1/16 of a turn because it is screwing into a poly manifold. Alright, I'm going to move this over here in the middle. Let's see if the primer bulb works. Alright, wait a minute. Something's not working here. I think she's in upside down. Well, that's just not going to cut it. Yeah, that's going to go around like that. Yeah, there we go. That works better. Well, that's not working. Not sure why. Yeah, it's sucking. Alright, that's getting air somewhere. And I think it's getting air on this fuel line. On this line here. I don't think it's squeezing up tight. I don't think the new one's any different. I don't think it's any bigger. We'll see. sure. The only part I hate about this is the fact that you can't pull the line out far enough to get this on. There we go. Doesn't make any sense. Are we out of gas? I'd say we are. Alright, be right back. Alright, we had a little bit of a problem with, I don't know if it's with the extra fuel line, but I've measured the fuel line anyway. Make a long story very short, it wouldn't pull any fuel through it. So I had to take it apart and go right back through the same steps I already been through, and it worked. Now it's pulling fuel through it. So we gotta get this put on here and then loop that in there. And get this in there. And then this can go right over top of that. And same thing with this. Fight with this gasket till it goes on. Like so. Now we go through this again. Changed out the primer bulb for no reason, but I will put the old one up because I just bought it about a month ago. Alright. And we'll run this back down. The line just wouldn't take any fuel to it. I think the needle was stuck. I think it wasn't lined up right. I don't know. It's been binding on the shaft. And I may have to look into that when I go to put it, if it floods out again. Because I know the diaphragm is not torn, and I don't think the old one was torn. But it could have had a piece of trash in it that I washed out. Yep, she's pushing fuel through there now. So, we're not going to crank it. I mean, we're going to crank it. We're not going to choke it. Because I'm sure it's still got plenty of fuel, residual fuel left over. What I am going to do is close the vise up a little bit so it doesn't bounce out down here on that end. And we're going to see. Let that overhead fan pull the smoke out. I could open up the snow idle a little bit more, but these screws have gotten wallered out, and I don't know why. I haven't adjusted this thing, to be honest with you, about 3 times since I've owned it. It's just, I don't know, it looked like something got up in there and chewed on that one. That one's just all gnawed up. Don't know why. Just don't know. Let me put this cover on so that this thing can breathe. I mean, so this thing can cool. Well, it's cooling now, but so that it can cool more proper. If that's a word. If not, it is now. There we go. We'll see how it acts. I need to get some new pieces for it. But everything in the carburetor is new. I'll come out here tomorrow and do a cold start on it, but I won't show that. Alright, let's see if she can fire back up. That's a little bitty engine. It ain't a race car. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing here. We got to. Alright. So as always, got oil on them. As far as putting gold up. As always, thanks for watching. Might be a little better. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And if you do subscribe, if you haven't already subscribed, you do subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell. Now YouTube tells you to click the bell so you'll get notified. Don't ask me what subscribing and the bell's for. That should be all in one thing. But anyway, be kind to others. And remember, if I can do it, you can do it.